Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the topic Basics of Microscopy, the topic of Unit 1 of Techniques in Biotechnology paper of your syllabus. This paper consists of 5 units having microscopy, centrifugation, chromatography, gel electrophoresis, and 3D printing. So, microscopy is not a new topic for you. All of you have gone through this topic in your 11th and 12th. Basically, microscope is an object which can magnify the things. So microscope instrument is used to study those objects and living things which cannot be seen by the naked eyes. Generally, a human eye is able to study a object having a dimension of 0.2 millimeter, but if the dimension is less than 0.2 millimeter, we are unable to study that object. For the study of such organisms, such cells, such objects, we need a microscope. Microscope is not a very new instrument. We are using, or scientists are using this instrument from last 400 years. The first microscope was developed and created by the Antony von Leeuwenhoek. That microscope was very simple microscope and consist of only single lens, and the magnification of that lens was only 5 times. After the Antony von Leeuwenhoek, Jacques Janssen, another microbiologist, worked a lot, and after his work he created the compound microscope, and today we have the very uh, high level microscopes known as the electron microscopes. A microscope basically do following functions. Number one is the magnification. It magnify the object, ranging from this magnification ranging from 5 times to 5 lakh times. Another function is to resolve the features, means it gives the resolution to the two adjacently situated points. Another major function of the microscope is to generate the contrast and to capture and display the images. If we look to the types of the microscope, there are broadly we can divide the microscope into 3 categories. The one is the simple microscope, another one is the compound microscope, and third one is the electron microscope. Simple microscope, as the name indicates, it consists of having only one lens, single lens. The magnification of such microscope is not so high. They can magnify the things only up to 5 times to 10 times or 20 times only. In compound microscope, as the name indicates, compound means it is a combination of more than one lens. It consists of at least 2 sets of lenses, and they can magnify the object, they can magnify the cells up to 100 to 200 times generally. There are some compound microscopes are also available which can magnify the objects up to 1000 or 2000 times. Electron microscope is the most advanced microscope which can magnify the objects up to 3 lakh times. Today we will discuss about the microscope which is generally used in the laboratories. Such a microscope is known as the bright field compound lab microscope. If you look at the parts of the microscope, so the parts of the microscope can be divided into 2 basic categories. One is the essential parts of the microscope, and another one is the accessory parts of the microscope. Essential parts of the microscopes are those parts which are essentially used for the magnification, which are essentially used for the image formation. These parts are the ocular lens, the coarse adjustment, and the fine adjustment. Ocular lens is the lens through which we look through the microscope, we look the images of the object. The coarse adjustment is a big knob which is used to focus the object, and the fine adjustment knob is a small knob which is being used to make the focusing at a fine level. Another part of a microscope include arm, the body tube, and the nosepiece. Arm is the part of the microscope through which we handle the microscope, and this arm support the body tube. The body tube is the main part of the microscope. It holds the objective lens and the eyepiece. The nose piece is another part of the microscope, which it is at this part is at the bottom of the body tube that holds the objective lens and allow them to turn. There are some other parts of the microscope like objective lens. Objective lens is the most important part of the microscope, which is basically responsible for the initial magnification. Generally there are two types of objective lenses are being used, the low power objective lens and the high power objective lens. In some of the microscope there are three kinds of objective lenses: low power, middle power and the high power objective lens. Low power objective lens generally magnify up to 10 times. The middle power objective lens generally magnify up to 20 times, and the high power objective lens may magnify from 40 times to 100 times. Stage is the part below the objective lens where the slide is placed, and the clip is the part that holds the slide in place so it cannot move, it doesn't move. So the clip also play a very important role, which if the clip is not working properly, so the images may be fuzzy and the images may be in not to be in a very clear stage. Diaphragm is the part which control the amount of the light entering the field of view. In bright field microscope we use the circular diaphragm, while in the dark field microscope we use a cone shaped diagram. The major portion of the illumination in a microscope is the light source. Light source may be a lamp or light source may be a sun rays. The lamp under the stage that sends light through the object being viewed is the light source. The base is the bottom part that supports the rest of the microscope. So these are the various parts of the microscope. Now it is very much clear what are the parts of the microscope, what are their functions, and how can we operate a microscope by using this. There are two important or essential part of the microscope which are helpful in the image formation. These are the eyepiece and the objective lenses. When we work with a microscope, so it is the working distance which regulate the magnification. How much magnification will be there, it will depend on the working distance. Actually what happen in the working distance, working distance is the distance between the objective lens and the object. If the working distance is low, so magnification will be very high. In low power magnification, working distance range from 12 to 15 millimeter. When we work on a 10x objective lens, the working distance may range from 12 to 15 millimeter. When we use a 40x lens, means middle magnification, this working distance is reduced to 1 millimeter. And when we use a immersion oil lens or 100 power lens, then the working distance is reduced to 0.1 to 0.2 millimeter. So if you want to work with the high power lenses, so we have to use the immersion oil. Why we need to use the immersion oil? Because when the light rays travel from the diaphragm, then they reach to the air, and after air they enter into the glass. So this causes the difference in the refractive index. So when the refractive index differences occur, so bending of the light rays is deviated from their route and the image is not generally formed very much clear. Now the question is how the specimen appear in the microscope. When we look the specimen in a microscope by a binocular or nose piece, so the image of a object always appear upside down and the backward. So this PPT gives you the indication how the object will appear in a microscope. Another important feature of the microscope is the numerical aperture and the resolution. Numerical aperture of a microscope is known as the n sin theta. N sin theta means n is the refractive index of the medium, and the sin theta is the half of the theta made between the working distance, means the theta made between the object and the objective lens. Higher the nuclear aperture, higher will be the resolving power of the microscope, and higher will be the resolving power of the microscope, we will be able to visualize the better images. This slide gives you a comparison of the magnification. If we are using a 7x or 10x magnification, so we can see better details with higher the power of magnification, but we cannot see as much of the images. Means in high power magnification, the objects will give us the better images and higher images, but we cannot cover the more and more portion of the images. If you want to know the magnification power of your microscope, so you just look at the magnification power written on your eyepiece or nose and the magnification power written on your objective lens. Just by multiplying the magnification written on the objective lens and the magnification of eyepiece, you can calculate the magnification power of the microscope which is being used by you. In this case, the maximum magnification power of this microscope having a eyepiece of 10x power and objective lens of 40x power will be 400 times. So by using this calculation, you can easily calculate the magnification power of a microscope. This has been introduced to you. These are keys. You have those who were listening carefully, they are supposed to give the answer of following questions. If you want to go the more details for this topic, these are the references. You can go through these websites and they can refer those books for further details. Tomorrow we will discuss pathways of image formation in bright field microscopy, advantages and disadvantages of bright field microscopy and the dark field microscopy. Thank you.